What if I told you that the absolute biggest mistake you are making in your garden right now is watering it? Every time you stand out there with a hose or a watering can, you aren't just wasting your own time, you are actually hurting your harvest. Hand watering creates a cycle of flooding and drying that stresses your plants out and stunts their growth. But what if you could lock in the exact perfect moisture level 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without ever lifting a finger? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a fully automated high-yield drip irrigation system. It takes less than an hour to set up, it will completely transform your harvest, and the best part? You will literally never have to water your garden again. Drop a comment right now. What country are you watching from? Because water pressure varies by region, and I'll show you how to adjust for that. Welcome to the Garden Solace. Let's build this system, starting now. Part 1. Why hand watering is destroying your garden. Here's what happens every time you hand water. You flood the soil surface, water pools on top, runs off to the sides, and barely penetrates to root depth. The top 2 inches get soaked, the bottom 6 inches stay dry. Your plant's deep roots get nothing. Then the sun comes out. The wet soil surface evaporates within hours. By afternoon, the top 2 inches are bone dry again, while the deep soil remains untouched. Your plants experience drought stress despite you watering that morning. So you water again the next day. Same pattern: flood, runoff, surface saturation, rapid evaporation, dry soil by evening. You've created a wet-dry cycle that keeps roots shallow, stresses plants constantly, and reduces yields by 40 to 60% compared to consistent moisture. Here's the science. Plants grow best with consistent soil moisture, not wet, not dry, consistent. When soil moisture fluctuates wildly, plants go into survival mode. They stop producing fruit and focus on staying alive. Tomatoes get blossom end rot. Peppers stay small. Lettuce bolts early. Cucumbers turn bitter. Deep, infrequent watering is better than shallow, frequent watering, but even that requires you to remember to have time to be home. Miss 2 days during a heat wave and your garden crashes. Drip irrigation solves all of this. It delivers water directly to the root zone at a slow, steady rate. No runoff, no evaporation, no wet-dry cycles, just perfect, consistent moisture exactly where plants need it. And it runs automatically whether you're home, at work, on vacation, or asleep. Let me show you how to build this system for under $50 using parts you can get at any hardware store and a few genius Dollar Tree hacks that cut costs by 60%. Part 2. The complete system breakdown. A drip irrigation system has 4 components: a water source, a main line, drip emitters, and a timer. That's it. Let me break down each piece and show you the cheapest, most effective way to build it. Component 1. Water source. Your water source is a hose spigot or outdoor faucet. That's where the system connects. You'll need a Y-splitter so you can keep one side for your hose and dedicate the other to the drip system. Cost: $8 to $12 at hardware stores. Get a metal Y-splitter, not plastic. Plastic cracks in winter. Component 2. Timer. The timer controls when your system runs. You set it once and it waters automatically every day at the same time for the duration you choose. There are 2 types: battery-operated hose timers and plug-in digital timers. For a garden under 500 square feet, a battery-operated hose timer works perfectly. It screws onto your spigot between the Y-splitter and the main line. Cost: $20 to $40 depending on features. Basic single outlet timers start at $20. Dual outlet timers that let you run 2 zones on different schedules cost $35 to $40. Best brands: Orbit, Rain Drip, Instapark. All available on Amazon or at Home Depot and Lowe's. Programming is simple. Set the time of day you want watering to start, set the duration, usually 30 to 60 minutes, set the frequency, usually daily during growing season. Done. The timer does the rest. Component 3, main line, or supply tubing. The main line carries water from your spigot to your garden. It's half-inch diameter tubing, also called supply tubing or main line tubing. You'll run this along the edge of your garden beds. From this main line, you'll branch off to individual plants using quarter-inch tubing and emitters. Cost: half-inch tubing costs $10 to $15 for 50 feet. Most gardens need 25 to 50 feet of main line. Where to buy? Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon. Look for UV-resistant tubing. Cheap tubing degrades in sunlight within 1 season. Component 4, drip emitters and quarter-inch tubing. Emitters are the parts that drip water directly onto your plants. They come in different flow rates measured in gallons per hour. Common rates are 0.5 GPH, 1 GPH, and 2 GPH. For most vegetables, 1 GPH emitters work perfectly. For large plants like tomatoes and squash, use 2 GPH. For seedlings and small plants, use 0.5 GPH. You connect emitters to the main line using quarter-inch tubing. This tubing is thin, flexible, and easy to work with. You punch a hole in the main line, insert a barbed connector, attach quarter-inch tubing, and run it to your plant. At the end of the quarter-inch line, you attach an emitter. Cost: 50 feet of quarter-inch tubing is $8 to $12. 25-pack of adjustable emitters is $8 to $15. 25-pack of barbed connectors is $6 to $10. Total system cost for a 20-plant garden is $10 for a Y-splitter, $25 for a timer, $10 for 50 feet of main line, $10 for 50 feet of quarter-inch tubing, $10 for 25 emitters, $10 for 25 connectors, $5 for a hole punch tool, $2 for an end cap. Total $82. But I'm going to show you how to cut this to under $50 using Dollar Tree hacks and strategic purchasing. Part 3. Dollar Tree hacks that cut costs by 60%. Here's where we get smart. Hardware stores overcharge for small parts. Dollar Tree has alternatives that work just as well for 1/10 the price. Hack 1. Tubing stakes from Dollar Tree plant stakes. You need to stake your quarter-inch tubing so it doesn't move around. Garden centers sell tubing stakes for $8 to $12 per pack of 10. Dollar Tree sells 12-inch bamboo plant stakes for $1.25 per pack of 20. Cut bamboo stakes in half. You now have 46-inch stakes for $1.25. Push them into the soil to hold tubing in place. Same function, 90% cheaper. Hack 2. End caps from Dollar Tree electrical tape. Mainline tubing needs an end cap to prevent water from running out the end. Hardware stores sell end caps for $2 each. Or you can fold the end of the tubing over on itself and wrap it tightly with electrical tape from Dollar Tree for $1.25. Wrap 5 times around the folded end. It's watertight and lasts all season. Savings, 75 cents per cap. Hack 3. Connectors from Dollar Tree craft wire. If you need temporary connections or want to extend lines mid-season, use craft wire from Dollar Tree instead of buying more connectors. Wrap wire tightly around the connection point. It holds quarter-inch tubing securely. Cost is $1.25 for a spool that handles 20 connections. Hardware store connectors cost 30 cents to 50 cents each. Hack 4. Marking emitter locations with Dollar Tree popsicle sticks. Before you install emitters, mark plant locations with popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree. $1.25 for 100 sticks. Write plant names on them with a Sharpie. This ensures every plant gets an emitter and helps you plan your layout before installation. Hack 5. Organize small parts in Dollar Tree storage containers. Emitters, connectors, and stakes are tiny. They get lost easily. Dollar Tree sells small plastic storage containers with dividers for $1.25. Keep all your irrigation parts organized in one container. Saves time and prevents losing $10 worth of emitters in the grass. Total savings from Dollar Tree hacks, $25 to $35. Your system now costs $50 to $60 instead of $82. Same functionality, same quality, better budget. Part 4. Step-by-step installation. Let me walk you through installation. This takes 45 minutes to an hour for a 20-plant garden. You need no special skills. If you can connect a garden hose, you can install drip irrigation. Step 1. Attach the Y-splitter to your spigot. Turn off your water, screw the Y-splitter onto the spigot. Hand tighten, then use pliers to snug it up. Don't over-tighten or you'll crack the threads. Step 2. Attach the timer to one side of the Y-splitter. The timer has female threads on one end and male threads on the other. Female end screws onto the Y-splitter. Male end receives the main line tubing connector. Most timers come with a hose thread to tubing adapter. This is a fitting that converts standard hose threads to accept half-inch tubing. Screw this adapter onto the timer's output. Step 3. Connect the main line tubing. Push the half-inch main line tubing onto the adapter. It should fit snugly. If it's loose, use a hose clamp to secure it. Run the main line along the edge of your garden bed. Lay it on the soil surface or bury it 1 to 2 inches deep. Burying prevents tripping hazards and protects tubing from sun damage, but it's optional. Secure the main line every 3 to 4 feet with stakes or landscape staples so it doesn't move. Step 4. Mark emitter locations. Walk your garden with popsicle sticks. Place a stick at the base of each plant where you want water delivered. This visualizes your system before you start punching holes. Step 5. Punch holes in the main line. Use a hole punch tool designed for drip irrigation tubing. These cost $5 and create a perfect-sized hole. Position the punch where you marked a plant, squeeze the handles, and it punches a clean hole. Important: punch holes while tubing is pressurized or filled with water. This prevents tearing. If you punch dry tubing, it can crack. Step 6. Insert barbed connectors. Push a barbed connector into each punched hole. It's a tight fit. That's intentional. The barbs grip the inside of the tubing and create a watertight seal. If the connector won't go in, soak the end in hot water for 30 seconds to soften it. Then push it in. Step 7. Attach quarter-inch tubing. Cut quarter-inch tubing to the length needed to reach from the main line to your plant, usually 6 to 24 inches depending on plant spacing. Push one end of the quarter-inch tubing onto the barbed connector. The other end remains open for now. Step 8. Attach emitters. push an emitter onto the free end of each quarter-inch tube. Emitters usually have a barbed end that inserts into the tubing and an adjustable end that controls flow rate. Position the emitter at the base of the plant, right at the root zone. Stake the tubing if needed to keep the emitter in place. Step 9. Cap the main line. At the far end of the main line, fold the tubing over on itself and secure it with an end cap or electrical tape as described earlier. This prevents water from flowing out the end. Step 10. Flush the system. Before programming the timer, run the system for 5 minutes with the end cap removed. This flushes out any debris that got into the line during installation. You'll see dirty water come out initially, then clear water. Once it runs clear, install the end cap. Step 11. Program the timer. Set your timer to run once daily in the early morning, ideally 5 to 7 a.m. This is when evaporation is lowest and plants can use water throughout the day. Set the duration to 30 to 60 minutes depending on your soil type. Sandy soil, 30 minutes daily. Loam soil, 45 minutes daily. Clay soil, 60 minutes daily. Sandy soil drains fast and needs shorter, more frequent watering. Clay holds water longer and needs longer, less frequent watering. Adjust based on your garden's response. Step 12. Turn it on and walk away. Flip the switch on the timer to auto. The system will now run automatically every day at the time and duration you set. You're done. You never have to hand water again. Part 5. Troubleshooting and adjustments. Your system is installed. Now let's dial it in for maximum performance. Here are the common issues and how to fix them. Issue 1. Water pooling around plants. This means your emitters are flowing too fast or running too long. Either reduce the flow rate on adjustable emitters or shorten the timer duration. Start by reducing duration by 10 minutes. Run the system and check. If pooling continues, turn emitters down to a lower flow rate. Issue 2. Plants wilting despite daily watering. This means water isn't penetrating deep enough. Either your emitters are too slow or your timer duration is too short. Check soil moisture at 6 inches deep. Dig with a trowel 2 hours after watering. If the soil is dry at that depth, increase timer duration by 15 minutes. Check again the next day. Repeat until moisture reaches 6 to 8 inches deep. Issue 3. Emitters clogging. Emitters clog from sediment in your water. This is common with well water or old municipal pipes. Solution: install a filter at the timer. Drip irrigation filters cost $10 to $15 and screw in between the timer and the main line. They catch sediment before it reaches emitters. Clean the filter monthly during heavy use. Unscrew it, rinse the screen, reinstall. Issue 4. Uneven watering across the garden. Some plants get plenty of water while others wilt. This usually means pressure is dropping along the main line. Solution: use larger emitters, 2 GPH instead of 1 GPH, on plants furthest from the water source. Higher flow compensates for pressure loss. Or split your garden into 2 zones with a dual outlet timer. Run one zone in the morning, the other in the evening. This reduces the number of emitters running simultaneously and maintains pressure. Issue 5. Tubing leaking at connections. This happens if connectors aren't pushed in fully or if you punched holes too large. Solution: remove the connector, check the hole size. If it's too big, move the connector to a new location and punch a fresh hole. If the hole is correct, push the connector in harder. Use pliers if needed, but be gentle to avoid cracking the tubing. Issue 6. Timer not running on schedule. Check batteries. Battery-operated timers need fresh batteries at the start of each season. Weak batteries cause erratic operation. Check manual override. Make sure the timer is in auto mode, not off or manual. Check water supply. Confirm the spigot is fully open and water is flowing to the timer. Part 6. Seasonal adjustments and maintenance. Drip irrigation isn't set it and forget it forever. You make seasonal adjustments to match plant needs and weather conditions. Spring, March to May. Start with 30 minutes daily. Seedlings and young plants need less water. As temperatures rise and plants grow, increase to 45 minutes by late May. Check for winter damage. Inspect tubing for cracks from freezing temperatures. Replace damaged sections. Flush the system. Run it for 5 minutes with end caps removed to clear any debris that settled over winter. Summer, June to August. Peak water demand. Run 60 minutes daily, possibly more in extreme heat. Monitor plants closely the first week of summer. If they wilt in afternoon heat despite morning watering, increase duration by 15 minutes. Check emitters weekly. Heat causes faster clogging from mineral buildup. Clean or replace clogged emitters. Mulch around plants. Even with drip irrigation, mulch reduces evaporation and keeps soil cooler. Use 2 to 3 inches of straw, wood chips, or shredded leaves. Fall, September to November. Reduce watering as temperatures drop. By September, cut back to 45 minutes. By October, 30 minutes. By November, in most zones, turn the system off entirely. Cool weather and shorter days mean slower evaporation and lower plant water needs. Overwatering in fall causes root rot and fungal diseases. Harvest season ends, start winterizing. Winter, December to February. In zones 7 and colder, winterize your system to prevent freeze damage. Drain all water from the system. Disconnect the main line from the timer, lift it above your head, and let water drain out the lowest point. Remove the timer and bring it indoors. Freezing water inside the timer will crack internal components. Leave the main line in place if it's buried. Surface-laid lines can stay out or be coiled and stored in a shed. Replace batteries in the timer while it's stored indoors so it's ready for spring. In zones 8 and warmer, you can leave the system running year-round or reduce frequency to every 3 to 4 days. Part 7. Advanced upgrades. Once your basic system is running, consider these upgrades for even better performance. Upgrade 1. Fertilizer injector. A fertilizer injector attaches between your timer and main line. It automatically mixes liquid fertilizer into your water at a controlled rate. This means every watering is also a feeding. Your plants get consistent nutrients delivered right to the root zone with zero extra effort. Cost is $25 to $40 for a basic Venturi-style injector. Setup: fill the injector reservoir with diluted liquid fertilizer. Adjust the mixing ratio dial. Done. The system draws fertilizer into the water stream automatically as it runs. Upgrade 2. Moisture sensor. A moisture sensor connects to your timer and measures soil moisture levels in real time. When soil is sufficiently moist, the sensor tells the timer to skip that day's watering. This prevents overwatering during rainy periods and saves water during cooler weather when evaporation is low. Cost is $30 to $50 for a quality sensor. Setup: bury the sensor probe 4 to 6 inches deep in your garden. Connect the sensor wire to your timer's sensor input. Most timers have this port. Set the moisture threshold level. The timer now runs only when soil drops below that threshold. Upgrade 3. Wi-Fi smart timer. Wi-Fi timers connect to your smartphone. You control your system from anywhere in the world. Change watering schedules remotely. Turn the system on or off from the office or while on vacation. Receive alerts if the system doesn't run as scheduled. Cost is $60 to $100 for smart timers from Ratio, Orbit, Beehive, or Rain Machine. Setup: install like a regular timer, download the app, connect to your Wi-Fi network, program through the app. Upgrade 4. Pressure Regulator. If your home water pressure is above 40 psi, a pressure regulator prevents emitters from blowing off and ensures consistent flow across the system. Cost: $8 to $12. Setup: screw it in between the timer and main line. It automatically reduces pressure to 25 psi, ideal for drip systems. You just learned how to stop hand watering forever. Build a drip irrigation system for under $50. Install it in 1 hour. Set the timer. Walk away. Your garden gets perfect, consistent moisture every single day without you lifting a finger. Your yields will increase by 40 to 60%. Your water bill will drop because drip irrigation uses 50% less water than hand watering. Your plants will be healthier, happier, and more productive. Which upgrade are you adding first? The fertilizer injector? The moisture sensor? Drop it in the comments. Hit subscribe for the raised bed irrigation guide and the container garden drip system tutorial. Thanks for watching the Garden Solace. Your automated garden starts now.